Welcome to an episode of Nigga for the Day.
BOONK gang saved. Robert Hill Jr., aka John Gabbana, formerly known as BOONK gang, got saved. Now, before I hop into this video, I want to let everybody know my nuggets for the day really weren't supposed to be as long as the first two videos, so I'm gonna kind of, work on time management skills, and we're gonna go from there. Back to the topic at hand. I really didn't know who BOONK gang was. When I first seen this man on YouTube, I seen him doing his testimony and he was crying and stuff, and you know how people be, he really say, he faking and stuff. To be honest, even if he is or he's not, I think it said he had an encounter with God. You cannot lie and say that man didn't experience something the way he was crying. He was doing that black kid cry after you get a good whooping, just that whooping that, you go to sleep and you just had the best night of sleep. My bad, got personal. He's recently just got baptized. He puts out like many encouraging videos on Instagram, man, and they really be blessing me. That man be dropping some gems. I think he's even started like a record label called Yahweh Music Group or something like that. I went on the page the other day, I just found it out. I think he's dropping a project or something, upcoming project or something, I don't know. But he played like a snippet of some of the songs on there. I ain't gonna lie, them jumps were hidden, bro. Them jumps were hidden. Kind of like before I was preparing for this video, doing some research and stuff, man, I seen on one of the websites that I went to that that BOONK was or that John, he said that he was doing a lot of the crazy stuff he was doing, before, he allegedly got saved and stuff like that. He was doing a lot of the stuff like the pranks and all of this stuff to boost his following. And it kind of lead me to the topic of today. The nugget for today: only God can satisfy you. God created us all with a void that only He can satisfy. Matthew 5:6 say, "Blessed are they who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled." You can try to, fill yourself, because I like how it said, "They shall be filled." You can try to fill that hunger and thirst with sex, porn. That's personal for me. You can try to fill that void with something other than righteousness, but God has said if you hunger and thirst after Him, that's the only thing that's gonna quench your thirst. I think it's funny how John, man, I think they said one of his first videos was him stealing a chicken sandwich or some chicken or something from Popeyes, man. And how quickly, man, he got like 1 million views on YouTube. He got 600K followers, man, just from him doing that. His Instagram got shut down from him doing some illegal things, but before his Instagram got shut down, man, he had like 5 million followers, bro. He's rebooted up his Instagram. He got 700K now. But I said to myself, what if he was still living that lifestyle that people enjoyed? With all those followers, hey, BOONK just he got his account back up. Would they gravitate toward that, and would he have more followers than he does now? It's crazy, man, because the thing that he's talking about is the truth. Let me give this example. Everybody wants a cheeseburger. It look good, it smell good. But if you can continue to indulge in eating cheeseburgers all the time, eventually it's gonna have a negative effect. But vegetables, man, which I quote as the truth, and I use the cheeseburger as, I hate being so spiritual when I say this, but sinful desires. But I would say the truth is like, it's like medicine. It's like vegetables, man. You don't want it, but in the long run, it's gonna benefit you. What is the reason we do what we do? What is the reason you want the followers? What is the reason you want the job? What is the reason you want success? What is the reason you want fame? What do you want this for? Is it to be filled? Because the scripture just lets us know that you can hunger and thirst after that. It's just not gonna satisfy you. See, you can be hungry and you can eat something and it not satisfy you. I want to kind of wrap it up on this note. When Jesus is talking to the Samaritan woman at the well, she had a need. She was thirsty. But when Jesus was talking to her about as far as her thirst, he wasn't talking to her physical thirst. He was talking to her spiritual thirst. In John 4:14, Jesus tells the woman, whosoever drinketh from the water I shall give, he shall never thirst. Think about a lot of the things that God tells us to do as far as forgiveness and things like that. Forgiveness is not really for the other person. It's for yourself. And it goes back to that analogy that I used about us, not liking what's good for us, but it benefits us in the long run versus doing what we feel like we impulsively need to do right now. You think holding a grudge, or you think not forgiving somebody is hurting them, when in reality, sometimes people, the person that you haven't really forgiven ain't probably not even thinking about that no more. They probably don't even think that they've wronged you. By you being mad, upset, being stressed, frustrated about that, you're losing sleep over that, when they actually is not bothered by that situation no more. So it's kind of like you've given them the control to your peace. Forgiveness is the hard thing. It's the medicine that we have to swallow. It's the vegetables that we have to eat. It's the fruit that we have to intake. That it's not always good to us, but it's good for us. Forgiveness doesn't taste good. Going down, it doesn't taste good, but it's good for you in the long run. Sacrifice. That word is not pleasing. It actually makes me cringe. There's been plenty of times, man, where I've given to people and I felt good about just seeing the smile on their face, like, hey, I gave to them. At the end of the day, wrapping everything up, I just want us to understand that God is the only thing that can satisfy.